Thank all of you for joining us today on the book launch and party. And you know what? I think we have somebody that's also special that helped you a lot with this book. We want to bring her in.
Yes, absolutely.
Julie. Why don't you
Julie
tell
Ann
the world about
Eason.
Julie?
Yes,
All
Julie.
right, come on in, Julie. I'll step out. You can come on in. All right.
Go, beautiful. Yes.
It's finally time. I can't believe it.
So for those of you that saw Dear Dad, for instance, right? So when I first met Julie, we had our first meeting and I said, I know that I need help with my book. She had assisted Russell Brunson with his books, Rich Schefrin with
Alex
his.
Sharfin.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's who you were trying to think.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. So many huge names. Her ability to pull out the genius from somebody and just make it so easy to understand, and then also just make it effortless and easy to sell as well, which is your brilliance.
Here is your daily dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine coming to you from the new edition. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com to get your copy or multiple copies. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chet Holmes International. What you're about to learn has assisted 250,000 businesses to generate billions of dollars, working faster, better, smarter.
It goes beyond just books, but with the book, so I came to her and I said, I don't think I'll ever finish this thing unless I get some help.
No, you said, I'm in Puerto Rico for 2 weeks and I'm going to finish it and it's going to be great and it'll be done. And I was like, oh, good for you. Good luck.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So in our first meeting, she says, I gave her the foreword and I said, it's Dear Reader. And you want to share?
I was like, I don't know, a bolt of lightning hit me or something, or Chet was in the room or something. But I said, it really shouldn't be Dear Reader. It's nice to connect with the reader. I love using Dear Reader as a forward, but it really should be Dear Dad. You need to tell your dad what it is that you are feeling and what it is, because we were trying to find a way to seamlessly blend the new stuff, which was a lot. You put so much new into this book and your voice, and how are we going to make it like not be a whole different book, and how are we going to keep it with Chet and you? Are we going to have different fonts? What's going to go on? All you have to do is let the readers see you and your dad talking. That's all you're going to have to do. And yeah, she said, no way, I'm not doing that.
Everybody, when I tell other people, they're like, oh yeah, of course. And I'm like, are you kidding me? My initial reaction was, no, heck no. And she's, oh, okay, we've hit a barrier.
Just think about it.
So I said, okay, we'll do it as an exercise, but it's not going in the book. And here we are, right, a year later with it in the book.
Been a year.
And that's what we led with in all of the promotions was a video with it.
Because you knew. She knew. She texted
No.
me that night. You were crying.
I mean, it was terrible. And it was a really beautiful letter for sure. But every step of the process, I felt so uncomfortable. The video, I wanted it to be black screen with white words, and that would be it. And everybody was like, no.
Nope.
I'm like, this feels so uncomfortable. But yet it keeps landing. So it was you. It was Jeffrey Hazlett. It was everybody helping to guide me to say, yep, no, you should go this way. So I hope for everybody on this call, I'm sure you have those guides that assist you. We can't do it alone, or we can go fast alone, or we can go far together.
And there's a really important lesson in that, is that whatever is uncomfortable, check in with yourself, because it's probably what you should be doing. Like, every time people do things that are uncomfortable, every time I do things that are uncomfortable, later on it's okay, yeah, that really was the right call. Or, man, I wish I had done that. I wish I'd had the courage to do what you do on a daily basis. Astounds me. She's so courageous. So, yeah.
So let's talk about chapter 4. So the changes that have happened in the marketplace over the last 15 years, right?
Yeah.
My father invented this stadium pitch concept.
And yeah, Amanda, so she came to me and she was like, we've got all of these things we need to update. We have to update chapter 7, which is a whole nother conversation. We could do a webinar on that one, because it was, but we got to update these things, and we've got to make it not only relevant, because Chet was brilliant at strategy, right? That was his whole thing. I'm going to just be a strategist, because it's timeless. Timeless strategy wins over tactics any day of the week. I've had friends who wrote the first book on Facebook marketing, and she literally spent 5 years in her basement rewriting it every 2 months, because they kept changing over and over again, because she's not writing about strategy or writing about tactics. And that will always change. And so what you did was you were like, oh my gosh, the buyer's pyramid.
Yeah, can we have the buyer's pyramid up here?
when she showed me that, and I'd read it way back in the day when I was a copywriter, like 20 years ago. And I was like, yeah, that's so familiar. I get that. I'm like, wait a minute. Because it's an upside down funnel, right? And so once we flipped it, and if you've on this call, if you've been watching, like Amanda flipped it upside down, and now there's the core story that is the global pain. Am I in the way? No.
Well, yeah,
all of those
I love
things.
also. I love what you had articulated for me is when my father first came up with the education-based marketing. It was before content marketing, right?
He's the grandfather.
He started
of
content marketing, right? So he was educating people on how to create a title that would get people's attention, get more of that buyer's pyramid. And now today there's 3.8 billion social media pages and everybody's blasting out content.
Yeah. But then, so we just had to figure out, how do we take content marketing and education-based marketing, which is what Chet called it, and turn it into something that's different, that can compete with all of these different channels and all of these different ways of educating people. Chet would have loved social media. He'd have been all over it. He'd have been, this is great. Oh my God, it's free. But we had to bring in something that was going to contextually relevant to these people, right? So it's, 40% of content actually makes people not want to buy from you.
Stops you from buying.
Stops you from buying. 40%. So if you could just stop doing the right 40% of your content, you'd cut your stress in half right there and also get more people to buy from you.
It was terrifying. So I was like, okay, Julie, I have a framework that we use in our education-based marketing, in our core story division, but we've never divulged it. It's like, it's our secret sauce. I can't show that.
Yeah, you can.
And
You can always show your secret
absolutely
sauce.
show your secret sauce.
Show it, because people need it, because there's no way that you can ever serve all of the people who need to understand how to take data-driven marketing messages and put it into content and use it on all of the beautiful platforms that we have. The technology that's available today for free that you can use to build a business is astounding. You just have to understand the right way to use it, the right way to take market data, combine it with a story, hook the emotions, give the brain logical permission to say, oh yeah, I totally want to buy it because of XYZ data piece that they just gave me.
Yeah.
And so you're creating relevant content. You're creating data-driven content, and all of the ways that we can do that just make every other bit of content marketing, education-based marketing, like,
yeah,
they're
Mira,
just
can we
selfies.
show it up again? So let me just dive into this. Can we just take 60
Yeah.
seconds?
Yeah.
So when we think about content, right, what we would start with, oh, shiitake, I just messed up quite a few things. All right. So we start with the global pain. Now, the point of the global pain is to grab the attention of everyone. It's to start a conversation with anyone so that they start to want to hear what you have to say. That's your hook, right? And there's a way to establish yourself as an expert by talking about trends that have happened over time. Then we get into targeted pain, which really dives deep into what is keeping your prospect up at night. A quote that many have said, I love Bill Glazier's, is if you understand your prospect better than they understand themselves, then they believe that you are the one that has that solution. That's why we then go into solutions. And then in the solutions, we only have to solve a portion of that pain to be able to make them feel, wow, this person is giving me value, or this company is giving me value. And I haven't even given them my credit card yet. I can't even imagine what they would do if I gave them my credit card. And then we get into resetting of the buying criteria. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh
real
my
quick?
gosh. So resetting buying criteria is one of the things Chet loved. It's basically training people to buy from you, right? Because everybody has very unique sets of circumstances. There's awards that they've won, or they've been in business for 30 years, or they've won Inc. 5000 9 times in the last 9 years. All those kinds of little tidbits that people don't like to share because they're like, oh yeah, that was cool, but it was 5 years ago or whatever. They don't use those trust building elements and use those things as reasons to buy from you as opposed to somebody else. So what we do now is we create buyer's guides. And the buyer's guides, if you've been in any of the core story boot camps.
How many has been in the challenge?
Who's
How many
been
were
in the
just
challenge?
going through the challenge? I know Justin was,
Just
410,
yesterday,
yes,
we finished up
Dan,
another
yes,
challenge.
Luke,
Those
yeah.
buyer's guides are gold because they're the fastest way. You don't even have to have a ton of market data or anything, because that can take time. So it takes a lot of testing. But if you can just find 5 reasons that people should buy from you and reverse engineer an education-based piece of marketing material that says, hey, here's 5 ways that you could really double your sales, or here's 5 ways that you could completely destroy your company in the next year. It depends on which way you want to go with it, but
Yeah.
you can go both ways, right?
Absolutely.
And you just create this one piece and then you can put it everywhere.
And all of that is so that by the time you get to talking about you are the number one logical conclusion. They can't go anywhere else.
They can't.
Because you've done all of these things. And this is what we've done in every industry around the world. And we're finally giving it. And it's in chapter 4. I
Yes.
added to it. You'll see the gray pages are all the parts that I added to it. So I made it really simple for you guys to find where the updates are. So when you get your book, you'll see the gray areas. It's at the end of chapter 4.
I love it. I love it. And there's so many other updates that we did, but
We
that
did do a
one
lot.
piece has already changed the core stories that we've done. We've updated even
Into the boot
done
camps.
for you and into the boot camps
We'd
and
never
all of the
had
places.
we'd never had a really simple way for those that didn't want to pay for us to do it for them.
Yep.
For them to figure it out themselves. And I'm so proud of our data, right? We're teaching about how to blend data and story, and yet we're doing data on our own clientele, and we're seeing that 42% of them are generating leads within the first 30 days of going through a boot camp.
Crazy
32%
for
of them.
online trainings.
Compared to a normal course that only gets a 4% completion rate, we're actually tracking results. We're getting 10 times that. So Julie has been such a huge part of that for us, and I'm so grateful. I wouldn't have been able to do it with
I couldn't
this
stay away.
team.
This is just everybody who's part of this launch. Thank you so much for showing up. This has been the most incredible journey for Amanda and for the entire team and the publisher and everybody involved. And so it's just such a cool thing to have everybody here as part of this. It's really exciting. Thank you
That's
for
great.
showing up.
Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.